I've always had a dream of turning this area here next to my garage into a tiny camper retreat. And after years of looking, I finally found a camper that would fit. Today I'm going to continue work on my tiny camper retreat. Hopefully this transformation will inspire you to transform your own spaces into relaxing areas that fill you with joy and inspire you. Let's get started. For those of you who don't know my story, years ago I had this inspiration to buy a house. But there was one big problem. I was broke. Actually, more than broke. I was negative money. At the time I was in debt and my credit wasn't very good. Buying a house seemed like an impossible dream at the time. But fortunately for me, my career just started taking off. And after a few years of, just chipping away at that debt, I finally paid it off and managed to save a little bit of money. I contacted a broker and a realtor, got pre-qualified for a loan, and the realtor and I started looking at houses. That's where the dream started falling apart. Since my income was still pretty low, I didn't qualify for much money. So most of the houses we were looking at in my price range weren't in very good shape. They had foundation issues, bad roofs, plumbing problems. After months of looking at houses, I became really discouraged. Suddenly I began to feel foolish for even thinking I could afford to buy a house. I felt like I wasted everyone's time. And then one day, it happened. As soon as I saw this house, I knew it had potential. I literally walked through the front door, poked my head in each bedroom, went into the bathroom, flushed the toilet to make sure it worked, walked right back up to the realtor and said, "Let's put an offer in right now." And we did. I was super excited until my realtor called me the next day. There were multiple offers on the table over asking price. She told me I should just come in with my best offer. I didn't know what to do. I just didn't want to make the wrong decision, and it was a huge decision, and I felt there was a lot at stake, and I didn't want to screw this up. And I realized I didn't want to lose it. I went all in. I told my realtor to add another $16,000 to the asking price, which was my full qualified loan amount. 15 minutes later, the phone rang. I got the house. Now it's worth 4 times what I paid for it. That was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I realized that if you have a dream, you owe it to yourself to see where it goes. Don't let fear take over. Don't let anxiety confuse you. There is something amazing on the other side of that dream that you never anticipated. I couldn't be happier with my little oasis. Hopefully you will join me as I continue to build out my tiny camper retreat.